But that third command center, like you said, is going to help. Yeah.
Do you think it would have been better for Art of War perhaps to just show his units at the front after he showed them running down, and just waited there and forced Surfy to keep those defenses and stay in his base and not lose those units?
Well, I think it was a great trade for him on those SCVs, especially because SCVs are like the unit you need alongside with mules. But mules don't. Well, they're really, really good, but they don't mind gas. I guess. I don't know. Losing SCVs kind of sucks. If you go to the units lost tab and look at the resources lost, 300 or 200 extra minerals lost is a great trade if you're going to kill him in the SCV. So I think it was an alright trade.
Okay.
In my opinion. You could have a different one, but my opinion is the only one that matters.
I see. We do have Surfy moving out here. He is 10 supply ahead right now. Art of War just now starting a bunch of Zerglings, has started Aspire, has a good number of drones, 54 right now, but really needs to make a lot of units to hold this off. 34 Lings in production right now, and I'm not sure 34 is going to be quite enough. He only has 5 Banelings morphing right now 7. No Baneling speed to be seen, and yeah, these tanks are all sieged up now, so gonna need a lot of Lings. But if Surfy takes his time here, I think Art of War will be fine as he masses up units.
Yeah, and Surfy's just gonna try and siege up and do a lot of damage, but I don't think it's gonna do anything actually. A lot of these bangs are gonna take out the Marines. All these are just gonna clean everything up. That was a great attack by Art of War and pretty much a failure by Surfy as far as I'm concerned. He didn't really have any Medevacs that could heal anything, and I don't know, it was kind of a weird position, especially because Art of War has all this creep down. So it just makes Zerg's army so much better with all the creep, and I really think that Surfy made a pretty bad decision there.
Yeah. In your opinion, really?
In my opinion.
You keep saying that.
Well, in my opinion, yeah, go ahead. That was just...
That was your transition into me talking. I see how it
Yeah.
is. Alright, so we have Art of War here with his Spire done, with his Baneling Nest, not getting Baneling speed, making 8 Mutalisks now. And 8 Mutas at this point, probably going to do a lot of damage. I mean, Surfy doesn't have any turrets in his main. He hasn't started +1/+1 on his infantry yet. Does have those engineering bays up, and look how many barracks he has. What the...
Yeah, he's got a ton of barracks. He's getting ready for those mules on the gold and just a ton of mineral production to come out ahead. And Art of War does see that there is a gold, and taking that orbital command at the gold is pretty risky, seeing that these Lings can just run by without taking any damage at all, virtually any damage. And he's just going to be able to split the army up, especially with Mutas coming in the back, harassing his main base. He's going to be torn as to which base to defend with those Marines. So he's going to need to put down a lot of missile turrets.
Yeah, a lot of, but it does help that he has the gold. It'll help him build the missile turrets a lot quicker. He's going to have that much more income. And he's actually cut SCVs here, it looks like. He's at 59, a little bit low, I think. But Muta's in the main doing a lot of harassment, trying to pick off that reactor, getting it burning at least. And looks like SCVs are going to get pulled for it. So,
yeah,
upgrades right now, +1/+1 on the way for our Terran player. Our Zerg player at +1 armor, getting +1 weapons. And really no more tech to speak of yet. Getting Baneling speed. Oh, getting an infestation pit. So actually a lot of tech coming down.
He realizes that those Mutas aren't going to do a lot of damage, but Buddha, look at this. In the bottom corner of the map, we have a lot of Banelings morphing in, and it looks like he's going to try and get ready and do a lot of damage to this gold base. But I don't think it's going to do a lot, seeing he does have a bunker, a lot of Marauders, Marines, and siege tanks. So
is that enough
I'd like to see what he does with that.
an orbital command?
No. Especially with all these units here, are going to take out a lot of those Banelings before they even hit. I don't think it'd be cost efficient at all for him to try that.
Alright. We do have
yeah,
Surfy moving out, taking his 4th. Art of War also taking his 4th. And,
you actually... I think he's going to try and break the Terran here. He's going to go from all angles, and here we go. I think so. Is it going to happen? I don't know. It might work.
Oh, showing his
Here we
units in the
go.
front, bringing his Banelings in the back. Gigantic battle going on right here. Siege tanks, or Orbital gets almost destroyed. Does go down, and Art of War losing absolutely everything in that battle. Except for a handful of Mutalisks, trying to remax now. Down a lot of supply, making more Banelings at home. He did kill that orbital command, which was a bonus, but, you know, I'm not sure that was worth it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, and this is the cue for the Terran to attack. It's a perfect timing for him to do so, and he's just going to run up all the way down to the creep. I think he's going to make the same mistake he did last time. A lot of banelings weren't moving in, and actually, if he doesn't split those Marines good enough, all these Mutalisks can come in and clean everything up eventually. But yeah, he made the same mistake he did again, and just didn't take his time moving up, and it just bit him in the rear end there.
You are trying so hard.
I'm trying very hard.
All right, well, that flipped the supply right back into Art of War's favor. Now at 140 to 123, 140 to 130, and you know the production of Terran is absolutely off the hook at this point. I mean, he's making 7 Marine, 2 Siege Tanks at a time off of 3 bases, almost 4 now, and it's it's really good.
Yeah, but can he really afford all that production right now? I mean, he just lost his 3rd base. He is going to be having, like, not perfect production cycles, but pretty good ones, I guess. That gold is going up again, and it's going to be 4 base versus 4 base again. But looks like Art of War is going to try and make something happen again, and oh, the Zergling's going to try and move in, take out a lot of Siege Tanks. Banelings are rolling in from back. Muta's going to try and come and harass. And actually, this is going to look really good for Art of War now.
And, you know, he does have to back off again. Siege Tank's pretty good units. And supplies have evened up again, man. They're just trading back and forth, constantly attacking into each other, only making units at this point. Supplies are even. Harvester counts, 82 to 75. The Terran actually ahead in Harvester count. And we just now have a hive started for Art of War.
But you have to realize that this Mutas account is getting higher and higher, and he hasn't really lost much Mutas, just using a couple air to the towers, but I think it's kind of worth it if you can snipe any buildings here. It's really, really annoying, and those upgrades actually are going to be stopped. Can he get both of them? Ooh, wow, that's actually really, really huge for the Zerg player right now. His upgrades are going to be way better than Terran's right now.
Yeah, we do have a drop at the 4th of Art of War. It did clean up a number of drones, and it looks like this 4th is easily going to go down here. 5th is going to get picked off as well by this other group of Marines. And, oh, actually, he might save his... Nope, not going to save his 4th. Of course not.
Yeah, it's just a little too late there. Infestors are coming in, trying... Looks like he is going to finish this drop off. Is he going to fungal any of the medevacs? He will...
Yeah, there's no point at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only one fungal
There's no
left.
point at that point, in that point of the game.
You know what? I don't
point.
like your attitude right now. So we do have another drop here at the 3rd, the one that came from the 4th, picking off the guys in gas. Muta's going to come up, clean it up really quickly. And, you know, I think Harvester count is a little lower for Art of War here. Yep, he's now at 69 versus 95! Holy cow, I have not seen very many Terrans get this many,
yeah, look at the oversaturation on the gold. Holy cow.
I just want to see, like, one Baneling bomb under that. He's got 2 pages of SCVs mining
there. Super effective, buddy. Yeah. So, it looks like a drop is coming in again. That is really annoying. Really needs to get those Mutas in to clear out those medevacs and Marines as quick as possible. Isn't going to lose that 5th base, I guess you could say. But the economy is definitely way better for the Terran player. He just needs to get a good engagement off against the Zerg player, and then he pretty much wins the game after that. But the Zerg player is going to be taking up a lot. He is getting a Greater Spire. It is almost done. A Corruptor's on the way, so it looks like he is going to be making some Broodlords here.
And we do have a big push coming up the middle from the Terran player. Only 4 Siege Tanks in this entire army, though. 2 more coming up to make it 6 total, but I guess the max Zerg army? I don't know, man.
That's a really low Siege Tank count, especially against really heavy wing Baneling and not really that many Mutas. I mean, that's not a lot of Mutas. I do a little quick counting here. 1 potato. 14 Mutas for the Zerg player, so that's not a lot.
What just happened? Alright, so this engagement here is going to be very, very important to the rest of the game. A very good spread from our Terran player, but you know, not a lot of Banelings out, a lot of Zerglings. They've got +3 attack almost, 8 Broodlords on the way. Looks like Art of War is going to move in and try to pick off as much as he can. Gets a lot of Marines trying to pick off Siege Tanks here. Looks like he does get another Siege Tank actually. And
a huge fungal goes off on another Marine. Looks like these Mutas can actually clean up all the rest of the Siege Tanks. We can get off one more. Not quite enough energy for that Infestor, but these Broodlords are going to be morphing. That's huge. He has no Vikings out on the field. He has, actually 2 on the way, and they're not on the field yet, and no Ghosts. So this SCV is still.
But look at the rest of the map. There's Marines at the 5th, the 4th, and the 3rd of Art of War here.
Wow, yeah, you're right. All of his expansions get sniped, except his, oh my god, except his natural and his main. Wow.
We might
Looks
be
like.
seeing, well, no, I thought we were going to see a base race, but I don't think there's enough units for the Zerg player to even base race here.
He does have a lot of money, and he still has some production left, so he's going to be alive here for a little bit, a few more production cycles, and he's pretty much done after that. So he needs to really make something happen here. A lot of those Marines just going to run up and try and kill the Broodlords. Those Vikings definitely going to do a lot of damage. Infestors trying to run up and do as much as they can, but those Broodlords are basically the lifeline for the Zerg player right now. It's pretty much all he has, and those SCVs still being very effective at that gold base, mining as much as possible before they get killed.
You can't leave here until you mine all the minerals.
It's an SCV sweatshop. Yeah, so Art of War not looking too good right now. He does have all these infestors left, so he's still not dead, but it's really close. Just only 2 Broodlords not left and a handful of infestors and Zerglings left, and yeah, it's not looking really good. Long range mining from the 3rd, idle drones at the 4th, 5th, some units there, but I mean, there really isn't anything left for Art of War now.
Yeah, look at the saturation at the 6th now for our Surfy here. He's got a...
I don't get it. He's got a 5th base that's perfectly open, and he's fucking all the SCVs go to the 6th now.
Hey.
There we go.
Oh, man.
But, yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Alright, so we have a lot of Vikings. Well, when I say a lot of Vikings, I mean 3. Because there's only 3 Corruptors. And there's 5 Vikings on the way. Oh my goodness. All production switching over to Vikings now. I don't know what's going on. I don't think I've ever seen a pure air ZVT.
Yeah, another drop coming in at the 4th
God.
base. Looks like he is going to lose that now. And Art of War taking a note from Surfy's book and mining with 10 people on gas on the 3rd expansion. So also very effective there. I just like trolling.
You are so BM.
I am very BM.
Oh, and Art of War gets 2 Banelings on top of the Marines.
Oh.
But then
yeah,
they
no, this game is pretty over at this point. I'm sorry to say, guys, but yeah. I mean, Art of War really is just dying to these drops. Another drop at his 3rd base. He's virtually not mining at this point compared to the Terran player who has a ton of bases, almost mined out on his 3rd, 4th and 5th getting there, and a gold that is mined out. So, and now he's just gonna be sacrificing SAVs because he knows he's in a great position.
Yeah, how many workers do we have for him? 95 still.
95. That's a little much. At this point, it doesn't really matter though. It's a little much. You shouldn't have 95 workers this turn. And those SCVs actually getting free Zerg kills. That's kind of funny.
Yep, so we do have a ton of Infestors and 5 Broodlords out for the Zerg player. Infestor's probably the only choice he has left, really, as a kind of power unit here. Actually, burning a fungal on those SCVs, I'm not sure about that. But Art of War is going to go ahead and probably die to only Vikings here.
Yeah, you'd expect one to die to only Vikings. He is splitting up the Vikings here pretty nicely, I guess. He's ready for any fungals, but yeah, all that's left is Broodlords and some Corruptors, and all those Vikings just spreading out all over the map for whatever reason. But
Map
yeah.
control.
Map control Vikings. It's a new metagame.
Alright.
But yeah, Art of War.
So we have pure Marine Siege Shank Viking against pure Infestor Broodlord Corruptor. No Zerglings, no Roaches, nothing else on the map. Huge fungals going down actually. Losing a lot of Infestors to Siege Shanks though. And oh, Vikings just all over the place, killing these Broodlords off on every side here.
It's the Viking surround. But yeah, these Corruptors are going to try and clean them up, and Broodlord's actually doing a great job killing a lot of tanks and Marines. That push is cleaned up very easily by the Zerg player, but I mean the production from the Terran player, the mining, the economy is just going to be overwhelming at this point. He can trade armies with Art of War at this point. It doesn't really matter that much just in his eyes, which it really doesn't.
Yep. So we do have the 5th being re-saturated for Surfy. And
A fake drop from Surfy. Never mind. It has 3 Marines, but nonetheless a fake